Hello, my name is Full Stack Steve, and this is my morning warm-up on CodeWars, and just doing whatever it tells me to do to train for rank up. My goal is never to create just a simple one-line solution, but instead something that's obviously functional, something that's efficient, and something that can be maintained. It's my goal through my code, so let's see what we're doing. Main idea is to count all the recurring characters in a string. If I have a string like ABA, there should be two A's and two B's, so I'm counting the individual characters. What if string is empty? The result should be an object literal. Okay. So I will be creating an object and adding keys as I go. Let's see. So that's why my things are always off. All right. So we're going to start off with character, and then we are going to, let's see, I need to match the individual characters. So I think what I'm going to do is just go through each one of the letters and set it to 1, and if the key already exists, go through. So that means I need another for loop. 1. So let's just see if so let's see. What am I trying to accomplish? I'm trying to say if character exists in J plus else add key with value 1, and that should be fairly simple. So let me parameterize this because I'm going to use it. Const. That's a terrible name. I don't put this in a variable name, and I don't say what it actually. It's going as far as a type, but it'll work for this example. We'll have this letter is now that, and we'll see here. If this letter obviously not in those brackets, but that one. All right, so if that's going to be a truthy value, then I should probably parameterize this too. I'm going to be using that multiple times, and I really don't want to type it. I'm going to do it. It's going to remove my spaces. Else. No, it'd be 1, right? Else add the key with the value of 1. So if the character is in an object, increase it. This is character object bracket this letter equals whatever the value of that is plus 1. I don't know if that mutates the object and if that's a bad thing or not with the plus plus. This may need to be a +1. We'll see. And then that, if it doesn't, we set character object, and then in brackets, A to 1. And then we do that for each different letter inside of the string. And we're setting the object to an empty object here. So if there is no string, the for loop will never go. String, okay, it is going to pass an empty string, so it will have a parameter. And then we return the character object, which will just be an empty object, which is what's expected. I'm not sure about this line. Let's test it and see what happens. Assignment to a constant variable. Oh, yeah, that this key. Okay, that's fine. I may not be able to parameterize that. I'm not sure if that's going to actually work the way that I want it to. Huh. All right. Alright, so it's not going through and assigning my... Let's console log what this key actually is. Because I expect it to be undefined until it actually exists. Let's see. Let's see what comes out. Undefined, undefined, so... else this key equals 1. Alright. Log. And then I want the object. And let's see. Alright, so it's setting character object with that. Oh, no, it's not. No, that was dumb. I'm reassigning the variable instead of doing that. So I tried to just create a reference, and that obviously doesn't work. I know. Alright. That was dumb. So character... I just don't like retyping that. Let's see, character object else equals. That was like really dumb. You already know that, but not Tice letter. Equals 1. Let's get rid of those. See if that helps. All right, put my comments back in their correct spacing. All right. So I'm actually directly assigning that, right? That was so dumb. All right, so ABA. All right, so let's look at that. So it's obviously erasing the A, which is not what I want. I wonder if I can just do a plus plus here. I don't actually know if this works. This is just me playing out of curiosity. Don't think it will. Yeah. Alright. So anyway, it's doing the same thing, which is not what I wanted. I could also... Oh my gosh. I'm gonna face palm so hard here. I don't even need to make the joke. You guys know. Alright, that's done. Oh, I was curious about this. I don't actually know if this will work or not. Direct mutation. Yep, look at that. Cool. Alright, the guy who lives in the world of state. Let's get rid of that. Alright, so goes through each of the letters, assigns this letter, that's just for less typing, but I'm only using it once, so it's not actual less typing, it's more typing. I don't like that I have character obj that, but I need it for the actual assignment, so... And I need it to go through the loop before it returns. So I don't return anything directly. I could improve the variable names, but I'm not gonna. Alright, let's see what happens. Yay, I passed all the tests. Give an empty object, get result, 2 A characters, 2 characters, 2 B characters, 2 characters, B character, result doesn't matter. Void check for varying number of characters, random number of A's and B's, cool. So this also assumes that capital A is a different letter than lowercase a, which I think is what they wanted because they want the Unicode, and the Unicode for those is different. So there's that, but you could add a lowercase to it if you really wanted to. I am quite certain that there's going to be, you know, lots of one-line solutions, but this one I think is very clear and readable for how it goes, so we're just going to submit it and see what happens. See what other people are doing. Eventually. You really need a loading spinner in here, guys. Tell me something's happening. There we go. Alright, so you did a split. Oh, and then a for each. Yeah, for each would have been good. Obviously. So if the count of... You did a function, though, instead of an arrow function. I like my arrow functions. But anyway, especially since I'm returning, I could have done that in one spot. Anyway, doesn't matter. So they're setting up, same thing, so they're setting up the empty object and then returning whatever the object is after they manipulate it through the, they're using a for each instead of a for loop. Would have been much better if I had done it that way. There's a reduce, figured I'd probably see that in there somewhere. That's probably, I think that's about mine, nearly exactly, so, oh, and then that's fine. I did the car at, you just did the actual string going through, that's fine. Yeah, I did it a little more truthy than that, but lots of issues that are roughly the same. But yeah, I should have done this with a for each. And actually, let me open up my VS Code here. So let's see what did I do? My solution to this was slowly incoming. So what I should have done was something like, it's going to be sure, JavaScript React, why not? Count. Right, and then splits it into each letters. Then we can return and if that is truthy, then we'll say plus else. Alright, and I'll save it just to, oops, let the linter go kind of nuts. Let me see if I can just format it. No, alright, multiple formatters, because my linters are there, so let's say it, sure, test.js.jsx, that's the good one. So just really simple, string split, we're going to turn it into an array, and then for each letter, if character object letter is a truthy value, then it gets increased by 1, else it equals 1, and they put it in parentheses, and that's fine. And then I can do it off of a single command, and from over here, because I like this guy's solution. Yeah, basically the same. I just used it as an arrow instead, and double quotes. So yeah, that's actually exactly what he did. So never mind. That's fine. Cool. Neat. That was fun. That was quick. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. I know I did.